Good evening, everyone. My name is Rizqullah Wira Fajar, and it's such an honor. I'm grateful to be here, to stand here virtually, to deliver my speech about a topic that still happen in nowadays and still relevant until now, and it's the double standard. You do all know that we still live in a condition that we live in among people that still, let's say, applying double standard in their daily life, their basic life. But you guys already know, right? What is double standard? No? Well, okay. Let me explain it. To put it simply, double standard is a moral condition or situation which two people, two groups or nation, races, religion, etc. are treated very, very differently from each other, and in a way that is unfair to one of the groups. So let's say that this kind of things, this kind of behavior, it's such a discriminating between two groups. Two groups. So, according to a research that conducts by Dr. Martha Foshi at year 2000, she observed that characteristics status such as ethnicity and gender, also the economic class, are the most basic aspect that can create a double standard condition. And the unfair condition, or let's say the strict condition, the groups with let's say bad impacts, it happens at people that have a lower status or minority. Many different things happen in community that we probably doesn't realize that is a double standard condition. Someone who did a double standard usually are people that just want to justify or try to make his behavior to look good or look right and say that this is the right thing to do, which is not actually. And there's several things that makes people to do a double standard or grow a double standard behavior in their heart, and such as the first is their mindset, their bad stigma, and the second one is how they were treated when they were just a kid. So parents treatment are the most important aspect of how children will behave later, right? And if this was wrong, a wrong behavior such as double standard could happen anytime. Let's say, for example, there are several things that we don't realize it's a double standard things that we might did in our daily life. And the first one, for example, if let's imagine that if we have two friends, right? One from Java and one from the eastern part of Indonesia, such as Papua and so on. We probably think that the Japanese one are probably the more intelligent, the more smarter, because our stigma against the eastern part is the most, let's say, not that good, or it's just a forest and no technology. It's a tribal life there, and actually that's a stigma that leads to a double standard. And we must understand, we must really understand that we are Indonesia and we are equal, and no races or ethnic that are more superior than others. And the second example is, let's do an analogy this time. Let's say a woman is a lock, right? And a boy is a key. There is a saying that say the key that can open all of the locks are a great key, but if a lock that can be opened by a lot of key, it's a cheap and a worse lock. This kind of perspective are telling that a man that can conquer, or let's say a man who can gather all the women, the society call him a player, a great man, or a real dude. But imagine if a woman do that. A woman that can be conquered by lots of men are called, let's say, slut, a dirty woman, and so on. And this is a total wrong statement, because somehow we make women look really bad in this condition. And these two behavior that conquer lots of women or conquer a lot of boys, it's just a total wrong behavior to do. Be loyal to your partner. And the last thing is men who cry are considered to be a weak person. And that's just a total wrong statement, because a man who actually cry I think it's a real man, because they somehow doesn't hesitate to show his emotion, his sadness in his heart, and we can't say anything about it, because the men who cry are probably suffered through a worse condition, or a condition that we might think it's a sad thing to happen to someone. So for me, it's okay to be weak, but it's not okay to stay weak. I'm Wira, and thank you for your appreciation. Good night.